Come here. If your brand isn't strong, your business is forgettable. Forgettable businesses do not make money. Don't worry, building a strong brand is easy. Let me show you how. Why a strong brand matters. Did you know that consistent branding across all platforms can increase revenue by up to 23%? And that 82% of investors say name recognition is a key factor in their decisions? Think about it. When you see a swoosh, you know it's Nike. When you hear just do it, you instantly connect it to their brand. That's the power of strong branding. It creates trust, recognition, and more importantly, sales. So how to build a strong brand easily. Let's use a simple 3-step breakdown to keep it digestible. So building a strong brand doesn't have to be complicated. Here are 3 things you need to get right. Clarity. If you can't explain what you do in one sentence, your brand isn't clear enough. People should know immediately who you help and what you offer. Consistency. If your brand looks and sounds different everywhere, you're losing trust. Stick to the same message, colors, and tone across all platforms. Connection. People don't buy logos, they buy stories. Make your brand about more than just a product. Make it about a mission, a belief, a transformation. Let's also talk about what not to do. Here are some branding mistakes. Most businesses fail at branding because they make one of these mistakes. Changing too often. If you rebrand every 6 months, you're gonna confuse your audience. Stick with a brand long enough for people to recognize it. Mistake number 2, trying to appeal to everyone. A strong brand knows its audience and speaks directly to them. You don't need everyone to like you. You just need the right people. Mistake number 3, ignoring brand experiences. Your brand isn't just your logo. It's the way people feel when they interact with your business. If your customer experience is bad, no logo is gonna save you. You know what I don't like? People that are using Canva for their logos. I don't know if you guys know, but you can't copyright a Canva logo. Reason number 2 that you shouldn't use Canva is that your logo is not going to be vector. That means that you can't resize it as big as you want or as small as you want without it getting blurry and pixelated. Your logo should be vector. If your designer did not make your logo in vector, then find another designer because they didn't know what they were doing. Let me just give you guys an example of what I mean. As you can see right here, we have 2 logos. This is my logo up here, and this is a logo that I found on Google. Now, from far, they look okay. Like this logo looks fine. You can a little bit see, from what I see, I can already see some issues, but let's zoom in so we can tell. So, a raster logo. See that when you get in close? You see that pixelation right there? You don't want that. If you blow up your logo, it should not look like that. It should be crispy. For example, if you have a vector logo, do you see this? I can get in here like as close as possible. And the line is crispy because vector is math-based. It's program-based. And it's always going to be crispy no matter how big you blow it up, how small. Like, even if you go super small. You see, this one even looks less crispy from far away. Like, it doesn't even make sense. So you want to have a vector logo. Do not use Canva for logos, man. And if you're looking to find somebody to create a logo for you and they tell you that they don't do vector logos, then run away. Run away. Because when you give a logo, it should not look like this when you zoom in. All right? Canva might be a good place to have a good reference for how you want your logo to look. But like we just talked about, a logo is just part of your branding. You want to develop all the things that are going to make your audience feel something. From your colors, your fonts, your voice, your tone, who your audience is, how you're going to talk to them. All that is your branding. What does Nike make you feel when you wear Nike stuff? You put on Nike to go do some active things. You use Apple because you feel it's the most innovative technology there is. You want to drive a Tesla because you want to be a part of the future. These brands, these top brands do these things well. And even if you're in a mom and pop sort of level, you still want to take tips and tricks for these big brands because they're doing it and they're showing you. They're in front of your face all the time. And that's the consistency that we're talking about. So they're always in your face. They're always innovating. They're always posting. There's no way that we can forget about those brands. Ba-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. That's not a logo, but you know exactly who that is. Just do it. That's not a logo, but it's still part of their brand. They're already locked in our brains. And that's really what you want to do. If you have a small business right now and you're not posting a lot and nobody really knows about your business, you want to get out there, you want to be consistent, you want to continually build your brand, you want to have an experience for your customers, you want to let them know that your brand is something they should look for. If you're a brand new restaurant, you want people to come to your restaurant. You want to have an experience for them. You want great food. You want great vibes, and you want them to come back. You want to market, and you want to be consistent. You don't want to just post one time and say, hey, we're open, because guess what? Not everybody's online at the same time. A lot of people probably didn't see that post. Maybe a few people saw that post, and they might come. And not everybody writes reviews. So if you get 10 people in the door that's seen that post, 2 people are going to write a review. You got to keep posting. You got to be consistent, especially these days. Everybody's doing more and more of it. So in order for you to stay in front of it, you have to post more or post super quality things that are going to be unforgettable. So it depends on what's easier for you, to post more or to post less frequently, but create things that are super awesome. So if you want to post more, the brainstorming and the coming up with a plan is probably going to be easier. And then the time is going to be creating all the things that you have to post. If you want to post less frequent and you want it to be great when you post, then you're probably going to spend a lot more time in the beginning phases when you're planning, brainstorming, and coming up with a plan to post those things. So you got to balance out and say what's going to work for me best. A strong brand that does the heavy lifting for you builds trust, attracts the right customers, and makes selling 10 times easier. This is exactly why I help businesses build brands that connect and convert. Because when your brand is strong, your marketing works better. Your audience grows faster and your business scales easier. If you're serious about taking your brand to the next level, it's time to focus on it. If this helped, drop a fire emoji in the comments. And if you want to build a brand people actually remember, go ahead and DM me brand, and let's make something happen. I've talked too much already, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and follow, like, subscribe, all the things. I'm going to try to make these videos once a week. See you guys on the next one. Stop using Canva logos. And I swear, if you're using the logo that you created with AI, that's even worse. Goodness gracious.